Okay, I'm going to do an unboxing video for a Nikkor 24-70, I think it's AFS lens, and we're going to take a look. I've seen a lot of videos on this lens, but no actual unboxing videos, even though this has been out for quite some time. And by the way, I bought the lens to go on this Nikon D700, so let's take a look. By the way, I purchased the camera from B&H Photo, and they packed it in here very nice. It wasn't going anywhere in that box. Delivered by UPS. And here's the box that it came in, and I can tell you right now, just lifting this out, this thing is heavy. And that's one of the biggest complaints that I've heard about this lens is the weight, the size and the weight. And we're going to see exactly how big and how heavy this monster is. And it is a Nikkor AFS. It says Nikkor 24-70 f2.8 GED is what it says on the box. And this top piece, cardboard, comes out, and this was slid into the side. This is a strap for the carrying case. And you can see how it's packed in here. It's actually in the case. Let's see if I can take this out with one hand. Get the box out of the way. Okay. Very nice case. Oh, this thing is hefty. Very, very nice case. You can see it has the belt loop in the back. That's how I would use it, on the belt. Got a big heavy carrying belt for my gear. Okay, and that's velcroed down. And two zips with one pull here. And this is for packing purposes. They got foam in here. So they got this puppy packed in here nice. And there it is. You know, it's not as bad as I thought it would be. It doesn't feel that terribly bulky and heavy. Let's open it up here. Okay, I've removed the plastic from it, and you can see they've got the shroud here on it backwards, and then there's the lens cap, if you will. This thing has trouble focusing in close. That's about as close as I can get with this camera, this Canon. And you're learning with me as I do this. I'm going to take the lens cap off. Okay, and there's that. There's the lens. And then, how does this come off? Well, I'll have to play with that with two hands, I think. Take the lens hood on and off. You push in this little release, and then you rotate it, and then you can take it off, and it's very easy to put it on and off. The lens hood is very sturdy. It says made in Japan. I don't know if it's, I guess it's aluminum would be my guess. My initial impression of this lens is it is heavy, it is bulky, but not terribly so. Not deal killer so. But it feels extremely well made. Extremely well made in the hand. Very solid. Read that, but it says US, and then it has a serial number, so this is a United States model. It is made in Japan. It says right on it, made in Japan. Now here's the lens side by side with my AF Nikkor 70-210 zoom, and it's taller because I've got this big shroud on here. It looks like it would probably be about the same height or a little shorter without the shroud. And just to feel them, they're about the same weight. Very, very close to the same weight. My old 210, 70-210. This is a metal lens as well, made in Japan. So it's kind of heavy also. But this thing is, considering it's only a 24-70 zoom, and this is a 70-210, it's interesting that they're about the same weight. Okay, so here is the lens on the camera, and you'll notice that the camera will no longer sit upright because of the weight of the lens. It'll go right down. But since the shroud is so big, it's almost upright when it's laying down. And so yes, it's heavy. It's a heavy rig. There's a front view of it all together. And It's going to be interesting how this shoots. My go-to lens has been this 50mm 1.4D lens, and look at the size difference there. And the beauty of this lens here is it's very sharp, it's great in low light, better than this big lens in low light, f1.4 rating, and makes the camera extremely maneuverable, very easy to shoot one-handed. So my guess is a lot of the times I'm still going to use this little 50mm, but for events and things where you really need that 24mm wide angle and you need to be able to zoom back and forth quickly, I'm hoping that this lens turns out to be very versatile. And definitely arm and hand exercises are in order to strengthen up to be able to handle this rig. That's a massive rig. I will let you know if anything does not work great, I will be adding it onto this video. If you don't hear anything else, assume that everything works properly and that I'm pleased. Okay, I just went outside and shot a few shots. I shot a few low light shots in here, and seems very responsive, focuses very quickly, it's very quiet, very smooth. The zooming ring is very smooth, very easy. Lens handles very nicely. It balances nicely on this rig with the battery pack on here. So far, my initial impression is it's a fantastic rig. I'm going to download the photos now and take a look. Okay, I've downloaded the first series of test photos, and all I can say is absolutely wow. Of course, you're not going to be able to tell in this video, but these are on my iMac 24-inch, and I'm just viewing them and viewing it zoomed in and zoomed out, and it just fantastic in low light here inside. Fantastic color, everything, it just spot on. Zooming in and out, there's zoomed in at 70mm, there's at 24. So I am, there's wide angle, closer, zoomed in. I'm impressed. So far so good.